Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. So on the north side as the US player of lePepsi. On the south side as the Panzer Elite player, we have PershingTank. Are you serious? You had to go for that name and play as Panzer Elite. Shame. We got, of course, got engineers. Wait. A single squad of engineers? This map is quite big. He is skipping extra engineers and going straight for a couple rifleman squad. A little bit unusual. I'm just so used to wondering it's going to be 2 or 3 engineers, not realizing he's just going for the one. Maybe one's extra rifleman just so he can help engage against these Panzer Grenadiers. Speaking of which, first Panzer Grenadier is out on the field, second one is on the field as well. First rifleman will be out in the field very shortly.
Rifle squad on the field.
And he gets one rifleman deployed on out, immediately queued up the other one. Very nice. Also, the engineer's going to go for the safe resource points, get his income going. Small amount of fuel, small amount of munitions. They do add up in the long run. Panzer Grenadiers are advancing together. We do got the G43 squad here. And so that should be able to deal with a rifleman squad on a 2v1 engagement. The second rifleman squad is being deployed.
Rifle squad deployed.
Another rifleman.
Way to go, engineers. We'll hold the point. Point is ours.
Let's say we lock it down.
Oh, is out of sector, so no need to lock it down. We got a Jeep now being deployed on out. Rifleman squads are advancing together, and these Panzer Grenadiers are in defense position. They're not eyeing to capture the point. They're just trying to deny this point. Rifleman squads do pants to light cover. Got these guys partially behind heavy cover there. No, the rifleman's going straight for the heavy cover there. Very nice. Riflemen are getting quite wounded there. Another reinforced Panzer Grenadier squad is advancing. And he's lucky he's gone for extra rifleman squad, but even then, he is about outnumbered. He's only gotten one of these models just so far. And these rifleman squads will need to fall back relatively shortly. Jeep's now advancing as well, trying to get some good damage. Does get some good damage onto the G43 squad. He is starting to bully around the one behind the G43 squad that's behind cover. This guy does get suppressed. He must use suppressive fire ability there, though I didn't think I saw it. This rifleman squad will need to fall back, does fall back in time. And now we've got this rifleman engaging the Panzer Grenadiers at point blank range. Does knock him out of cover right there, and the Jeep is getting some good damage in. Now the Jeep is being focused down along these rifleman squad to get some good damage in. Engineers being herded by the Kettengrad. And this Panzer Grenadier should be able to win out versus it, no problem. Rifleman squad needs to capture that and fall back. We do got this rifleman squad being reinforced a little bit forward next to the barracks.
Rifle squad deployed.
Engineers do get inside this nice little alcove, though they are very, very wounded there. And I wonder if he can't... Okay, he can retreat back. I know it's possible in Company Heroes 2 that you can body block a path with your infantry units there, preventing retreat. I've done that by accident. I flanked the building. It was the door was next to the fence. I managed to get around that door so I could hit it safely. And then he tried to escape out and me retreat, and my guys were in perfect position, preventing them from actually able to fall back, so they got stuck in a retreating state right at point blank range. It was a squad wipe. Jeep is a little bit wounded. Got these 2 Panzer Grenadiers, 3 Panzer Grenadiers advanced forward. Looks like I think all 5 Panzer Grenadiers are deployed on out. Most people just go for 5 Panzer Grenadiers. Kettengrad is capturing up some points as well. And the rifleman squad is getting split up quite a bit thanks to that Jeep. They will be backing away, perhaps in that corner where the engineers were, but they're going to be backing. They're literally running themselves into corner. And they do push back forward. The Panzer Grenadier is still in the region. Over here, engineers, flamethrower engineers, riflemen are advancing. There's currently 3 squads of riflemen, only still this 1 squad of engineers with the flamer. This flamer would be great to get this garrison. The Panzer Grenadiers need to start hitting that first. He is starting to hit it first. But the Panzer Grenadiers receive a bit too much fire from that flamer. Let's hop inside the garrison there with his engineers and rifleman squad. And the flamer's getting some good damage in. The rifleman squad could actually get out of the garrison. The engineers also can't really stay in the garrison for too long because they're pretty close to being wiped out. Repairing the Jeep and retreating back is probably a good idea.
Look, there's blood on the door handle. We got enemy troop movement!
And they do not get the decapture the fuel point just yet, and does get decapture right there. Rifleman in pursuit as well. This rifleman squad is getting hit quite severely. The engineer squad is suppressed and pinned, needs to fall back, and does fall back with all those Panzer Grenadiers. Though part of me wondered whether or not keeping the engineer, if he didn't retreat back, would keeping the engineer pinned right there, allowing them to run away, be safer than to actually retreat back, getting close in the distance. But either way, their engineer squad is alive. Well, the rifleman squad is now veteran C1. Panzer Grenadiers trying to get inside this garrison. There are 2 windows inside, which is not bad for the Panzer Grenadiers. They only have 3 models, and soon to be 2. Yep, 2 models right there. This Panzer Grenadier squad is advancing forward, trying to get some good damage in as well. This rifleman squad is quite wounded, best to focus him down. And he is doing a good job focusing that one down. Was that a grenade? Not grenade, mortar. We do got a mortar half-track deployed out in the field. This name is just really throwing me off. I was about to call the Kentengrad a Pershing. Everything's a Pershing if your gamer tag is Pershing.
Took the objective and Jerry didn't even notice.
Oh, they noticed. They just got declined to respond.
Ready for order.
Triage centers is deployed about the U.S. player. Of course, we've got the medics here for the Panzer Grenadiers as well, the Panzer Elite player. And the Jeep's not going to be falling back. So even a bit too much fire there. Rifleman squad advancing forward. Good heavy cover. No G43s on these guys here, so can't use suppressive fire ability. There's also a mix of heavy cover in that region as well.
My yard is now in action.
We got a not grenade, mortar being thrown in this region. It's probably the mortar half-track.
Observation.
I don't know why I keep on saying grenade, even though the name of the mortar is Grenade Werfer, so Werf grenades. Grenades. Throws.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
I love the German language. It's just so literal. Flammenwerfer. It throws flames. Grenadwerfer. It throws grenades. Fallschirmjägergewehr. It's the rifle of the hunter who falls from the sky.
Goddamn GIs, make me proud. Kinda like the garage.
Rifleman squads are making their way forward. Yep, he has a 4th squad of riflemen actually deployed out in the field.
The enemy is after our victory point.
And this cutoff point has been captured, so it does deny the income right there. We do got these forces capture those points as well. Overall, this seems like there's better field control for the Panzer Elite player throughout the game. Let's switch over to the Panzer Elite player and see what resources or potential doctrine he's gone for. He may have selected doctrine. I see 1 command point there, which likely leads me to believe this could be 2 potential doctrine selections. Not Luftwaffe ground forces, but it could be Tank Hunter or Scorched Earth. Both a possibility in this matchup. Panzer Grenadiers do stop being captured at that point there. Now the Flammenwerfer or Flamethrower will eye to keep it that way. So as the decapture point has actually reverted a little bit. Greyhound deployed on the field. We don't have even Armored Scourge just yet as well. That should make it vulnerable to rifle fire, correct? Does take out the Flamer Engineer as well. And that's his only engineer, so that he has no repairs at the moment. Which the Jeep does need some repairs.
Supply
SCG
lines are
squad
broken.
does fall back.
Territory
Riflemen
cut
are
off
not
from
decapturing that
supply.
point. It is a cutoff point. Now we do have 222 deployed on the field. Don't think he has sticky bombs just yet. We didn't hear sticky bomb researcher. We have him mostly selected throughout the game. And I don't see any research at the barracks either. Rifleman squad does fall back.
Greyhound is
And
ready
we do
to
have
push.
armor skirts being researched by the Greyhound now.
We are losing a sector.
No fresh engineers being deployed out. Actually, no, he just got deployed out. 2 engineers being deployed out, in fact. One with a minesweeper, both with a minesweeper. Wait, he's going for minesweepers? He must have indication that his opponent may have gone for teller mines then.
Now we can sniff out those mines.
Because I can see 1 just in case, but 2? No, he must be aware of some sort of teller mine somewhere. Or at least attempt of planting one. So I have a feeling that his opponent may have gone for Tank Hunter
We're losing ground.
or Tank
out there.
Destroyer. Oh,
Looks like mixed AT
mixed AT, anti-personnel mine. Yep, we've got teller mines. So it's Tank Hunter versus Unknown Doctrine just right now. And knowing seeing those teller mines, he may not want to go for armor. He may want to go for infantry or airborne. Both are a good possibility at this point in time, though he's lacking a bit of munitions control, so maybe not airborne. So maybe infantry doctrine wouldn't be half bad. He knows he's probably going to be fighting against Hetzers, so Rangers wouldn't be half bad. STG squad here will get focused down quite severely. That garrison does go down, or building I should say. Can't really be garrisoned. And the truck is not garrisoning it. At least not anymore. 2-2 is advancing, trying to get some good hits there onto the engineer squad. A bit of damage there. Rifleman squad's trying to close the distance on these Panzer Grenadiers. We'll be fighting at point blank range. The Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back. Got these Panzer Grenadiers SCGs, however, make their way forward. They would like to engage at close range.
Yeah.
Greyhound does not have the 50 cal upgrade at the moment. He may not go for it. We got some great field control on the left side of the map. Rifleman just capturing it up, capturing away. The Riflemen do fall
Hold the
back.
initiative. At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
Never say that line. Never say we will be home by Christmas or take it before Christmas.
We're losing ground out there.
Strategic point is being captured on up. These points are not captured. That's the only thing that remains captured for the Panzer League player on the left side of the map. In this captured up here, we'll get these sectors back in supply, which the Panzer League player can always use more resources.
Composition B is in. Troops can now make sticky bombs.
Sticky bombs have been researched, will be useful versus all their current opponents.
Roger.
Repairs complete.
The Rifleman squad now advancing. We'll find the STG squad at point blank range. Of course, he does fall back. The Greyhound starting to advance as well. Maybe we'll find a good hit there on the light TF track, but the light TF track finds it first. It's going to be some deadly crit shots. Panzer Grenadiers are right here, getting some good damage onto this engineer squad. Does fall back now. Level 1 production has been researched. Level 1 production? I suppose that makes sense, just try to get a bit more manpower. Not going for a Sherman tank. We could see airborne doctrine. Recoil rifles wouldn't be half bad. We got bar research, very nice. Like the track going way too far forward. Finds a sticky bomb. He's actually already pretty wounded as well. The Jeep should be able to secure the kill. Does get it fully mobilized. Rifleman could go ahead and finish it off, no problem. So the Jeep could get some veterancy there. So getting the Greyhound, the veterancy wouldn't be half bad either. but looks like the rifleman does take it out. At that point in time, it's all to ask yourself, which squad do I want to get the kill with? You skirmishing around, trying to get some hits on the rifleman squad. Munitions point does get decaptured. And now you've got the bar research now deployed. Oh, that telephone pole went flying away. His family needed him, or his planet needs him. And I can't even get those jokes right. The Jeep's now engaging in close range against the 222. The Greyhound's now in pursuit. Still does not have the 50 cal research. Rolls a miss there with the Greyhound. And this rifleman squad is going to get forced back by the Panzer Grenadiers. They do get behind the carcass. And the riflemen do fall back. Apparently, carcass is not exactly what you really want to be behind either way. Oh, there's a crit shot there. Fresh light track gets a crit shot. Gets it fully mobilized and to boot, destroys the engine. The engineer squad is falling back. The Jeep could go engage at point blank range onto the light track. The Greyhound receiving quite a bit of fire there. It does take out the Greyhound.
We're losing ground out there.
Over here, that's Kettengrad, mortar half track, and now we've got a Hetzer. Trying to go for a sticky bomb on the light half track. Even just bar fire is not half bad. A great mortar hit there. The riflemen will potentially able to get a sticky bomb off. They will get nope. They do get interrupted there. They don't get sticky bomb off on 222. ATF sir does advance well, forcing back the rifleman. And that is a U.S. landmine right there. Rifleman squad does avoid some fire there. Panzer Grenadiers advancing. I'm gonna go ahead and check the resources of the Panzer player. Got a bit of manpower, bit of munitions there. Remember, there's no real off-map ability that the tank hunter doctrine can bring in, so it needs to get out more teller mines, which that can be completely neutralized if your opponent doesn't go for any vehicles. And the fuel was consumed. The US player has a good amount of manpower stored up, decent amount of fuel as well, not a whole lot of fuel income. Now we've got a support weapon center. This may be for a sniper. Yes, it is. Cutoff point being decaptured as well. Jeep is still alive. And the G43 squad does fall back. This rifleman does get 2 levels of efficiency.
Supply lines are broken.
Penningrad and mortar half track making their advance. Does manage to get a sticky bomb there on the ATSer. Damages the engine. Does get the body block there. Ooh, that's a really nasty body block. Still body blocked. One of the rifleman models does manage to rush on forward, and he actually may lose his squad entirely thanks to that body block. Oh, and does get out of their retreat, drops that bar. Does pick up the bar there, maybe going for another sticky bomb there, and gets shot in the back by 20 mil.
Ready for action. Ready.
Fresh sniper deployed out on the field.
Losing ground out there.
He knows about the AT Hetzer, he knows about the light TF track. I still do believe either Rangers or Airborne for Corliss rifles wouldn't be bad at this moment. But you got a logistics company being deployed on out. He may be going for the 4-man squad upgrade. Or maybe for some 221s. Nope, got a bit of a graphical bug there. It is the damaged engine hatch floating in the air. You can see the door that's supposed to go right there. There's the other door. Was a hatch, not necessarily a door.
Squad reinforced, taking fire.
We're losing a strategic sector.
As Grenadiers trying to capture that cutoff point, it'll be cutting off nothing because that is the front line. APS are advancing, trying to get a shot off on the rifleman. Does actually get good. Does get a good hit there.
Sniper here. Sniper deployed.
Another U.S. sniper deployed on out in the field. What would you go for in this situation? What doctrine would you go for as a U.S. player? I'm more half inclined to say go for airborne to bring in some bombing runs and strafing runs. Though Rangers are always nice as well. We've got a nice mortar, not mortar, M1 AT gun shot onto the light TF track. Fires a shot there, rolls a miss. ATSR is advancing. The Jeep does get an engine crit there. He used the engine crit ability onto the Jeep, which is a little bit overkill. It's just a Jeep right there. Not very effective this time at the point of the game. We've got a couple snipers there, gets good hits there. Does get a direct hit with the mortar, nearly detonates the landmine there. That landmine could be tripped by this AT Hetzer. Engineers are trying to repair up the Jeep there. Jeep does receive direct hit by the other AT Hetzer. It does detonate the landmine there with the mortar. Trying to go for more sticky bombs there. Light TF track rolls a miss there. Jeep is still alive somehow. Pair of sticky bombs do connect with the AT Hetzer. Getting a damage engine crit there, bringing it below half health. AT Hetzer trying to engage Jeep in glorious melee. In fact, since that landmine was detonated there, the AT Hetzer would not be blown up by it. It actually goes down to the AT gun. Very nice. A couple more sticky bombs there. Does get a destroyed engine crit, as was a damaged engine crit. It was very cannot move. Most of the damage destroyed engine crit got removed immediately because I don't see any more red onto the icon. Is that two more half tracks? Or are they just bugging out a bit? Bugging out a bit. Sniper do get spotted right there. AT gun does find a shot there on the 222. And riflemen and engineers make their advance as well. We may see a sticky bomb there by the rifleman squad onto the mortar half track. The 2 does hold some rounds on the back of the mortar half track as well, as the AT gun does find a hit there onto the AT Hetzer. May find another hit there. Nope, does get out of arc. The VPs are quite similar at the moment. The US player actually still has a slight advantage, though the margin and gap is slowly being closed.
They're taking one of our points.
Got the trying to capture some points as well. Does manage to get a sticky bomb over the hedge, gets the damage engine crit on the mortar half track. So now both the 222 and the mortar half track has their engines snared. Extra still alive, but not the greatest anti-infantry asset on the field. And the rifleman will try to get inside the garrison now. We'll find the STG squad at point blank range. It's not what they want to see. Throws a sticky bomb there on the 222. They make it the kill. Does get the kill there. Just suppressive fire ability there on the rifleman. That's a vet 2 rifleman squad that does get wiped out.
They're going after one of our munitions points.
Snipers get some good hits there. There may have been a squad wipe there. He has 4-man squad, so there was no squad wipe there. I saw 2 kills there, and 1 squad having 2 models left, but he does have the 4-man squad upgrade. Rifleman trying to hunt down that Kettengrad. And it looks like the AT gun finds good hits there on the light AT track. And light TF track does go down.
Enemy unit down.
Rifle squad reporting for duty. We've got the point.
Mortars are trying to rain on top of this rifleman. Does get a nice incendiary mortar there. Are singing their riflemen inside the garrison. They do get out of the garrison, but they will be singed a little bit more. Decides to do a full retreat, just try to get their health top back off.
To all units. Light vehicles.
And he's gone for
now in
armor. The
advance.
Dodge, I would say, the
Capture
least
territory.
effective in this situation, unless he's planning to go for a couple M10s at this point in time. But he has been quite successful with the, what's it called, the sticky bombs. Rifleman squad starting to advance as well, and does get forced back thanks to the 4-man STG squads. The 4-man squad upgrade is very effective for the STGs.
Casualties being
And there
reported.
goes that engineer squad. He does have one more engineer squad remaining. Does get a landmine out. He could retreat back, getting his tank depot, but he is a little bit low on manpower to actually deploy out any vehicles. He does have enough fuel for some stuff, but not necessarily any manpower. And if you hear that in the background, that's my heater coming back, being turned on.
They're trying to flush me out. Sniper taking fire.
Rifleman squads are advancing. Snipers may find some hits in as well. Does get a good hit there on the Panzer Grenadiers. Mortar half track and other AT Hetzer does push its way forward. We may find a sticky bomb with these Rifleman squads. Mortar does rain on in. And overall, the Riflemen just sort of being danced around, being flinched around. We do have Lucius Company blowing something out. Calliope is not available, and he's going for a Vampire Funkwagen right there. Interesting.
Losing ground out there.
Rifleman squad does fall back. North we do have the cutting grad to capture these points, and this Rifleman squad is going to try to stop him.
They're taking one of our points.
Oh, a line of light vehicles here. 2 AT Hetzers, mortar half track, cutting grad, and now here comes the Funkwagen. Not sure where he's planning to set on up. He may be eyeing. Oh yeah, Tank Hunter has an issue of expending munitions, so getting out some Goliaths from the Funkwagen could be actually quite useful. That makes sense. He's going for Goliaths with that Funkwagen. Does have nearly 200 munitions there. Got a mortar sticky bomb there onto the mortar half track. But this SCG squad will force back the Rifleman, no problem. And he does get body blocked there by the mortar half track. And now the Rifleman squad. Oh, I thought they were going to get wiped there, but apparently not. Mortar is may fire a hit there. Calliope barrage now raining on in. Goliath on is being deployed on now as well. That Goliath can immediately be picked off by a stray rocket. Does he cancel? I think he canceled the Goliath right there. There's a Goliath. Canceling the Goliath was a good idea so he doesn't randomly get exploded when trying to be deployed. And now here comes the Goliath now. Focus fires it down, does retreat back, does get a good number of kills there. Funkwagen does get spotted there, does throw a sticky bomb there onto the AT Hetzer. Now we've got a double Panzer Grenadier advancing forward, and it has no real targets for it. He may need to somehow find his way to Calliope or Calliope, but that's about it. Though hitting the AT guns with it wouldn't be half bad either. Does get fully mobilized in the AT Hetzer, very nice. Maybe just leave it there for the time being, engage and save his Calliope. And here comes the Kettengrad there to capture or to repair up the AT Hetzer while also sweeping that landmine.
Must work together to defeat
Snipers
our
advancing
enemies.
forward as well. The
Good
snipers can
field,
displace
await us
that STG squad, but not the Kettengrad. Rolled a pretty big miss there, but keeping one of those snipers camouflage forward, allowing the AT gun to fire some shots. Though he does manage to repair the immobilized crit. As AT Hetzer's advancing a little bit more forward, Kettengrad does go down there to the Calliope. And that Hetzer's getting tied up on the terrain, running over a tree 2 sticky bombs were thrown there. Does not find this landmine there. And it gets gun damage and engine damage. The gun damage is sometimes a little bit bugged, where it actually doesn't really do it unless he's low enough health. Or it gets repaired up by a Berkantiga. Another sticky bomb does connect, getting a good hit there as well. Now we've got a fresh Goliath. It's not going to be a good Goliath there. That squad is quite spread out, and it's going to be focusing on this squad now. Ooh, good hits there, and there goes Funkwagen. I'm not sure how the Funkwagen went down. Maybe to the AT gun. Yes, got efficiency too. And looks like that Hetzer does go down. Try to go for another sticky bomb off, but does decides to pull back in time. No TPO either, so he's not eyeing to use Allied War Machine anytime soon. He really has the munitions for it. He's been throwing a lot of sticky bombs. Rifleman squad does fall back. Multiple sniper hits there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. The sniper's all going to be backing away a little bit. This looks like he used his sprint ability there, so he has research sprint. And we'll need to fall back really shortly. Efficiency 2, 1.
Enemy unit down.
Does get a nice AT gun shots there, taking out one of the AT Hetzers. This one does stay alive, does decrew the AT gun. Snipers will escape on out of there. Has not a whole lot of health, but anything above 0 is fine for our sniper. AT gun does get decrewed and losing 2 levels of efficiency on that AT gun. It is actually quite big. And finds that landmine. He swept it earlier, but did not actually clear it. Keeping the Calliope in that region wouldn't be half bad. Something to distract and body block the ATS, or allowing the snipe rifleman to get some sticky bombs off. What sticky bomb was thrown? Does he actually get engine damage somehow? Throws out an AT grenade as well. Destroyed engine right on the ATSer. Now the ATS is not playing up the Sherman Calliope from running back, so the Sherman Calliope may actually go down. It does go down there, but we'll use the ATSer with it as well. Calliope's Goliaths are 650 manpower. Well, I think Hetzer's what, 600? Yeah, it's going to be relatively equal trade right there. Barring all the sticky bombs. Fully immobilized there. He's lost a lot of AT Hetzers. It may be a good idea to go for a Bergen to get them all recovered, if possible. Because there's one right there, at least. Not sure if there's anything. Oh, you can recover 2-2 right there. So our Bergantiga could recover quite a bit of assets. AT gun does roll and bounce there. Rifleman should just start hitting these Panzer Grenadiers. And playback over. I think the Panzer League player is backed out of the game. I don't think the Panzer League player had a whole lot of infantry units even left. Like, I only see these 2 here. By the way, this is Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.